Hey! Welcome to Lake Ella. My name's Leon Brunson. I'm opening a restaurant here at Lake Ella. Leon's Restaurant at Lake Ella. Leon's Tallahassee. Leon's at Lake Ella. Whatever you want to call it, just know where we're at. So I want to talk a little bit about and show you my crib, my AD welcome. Focus a lot on the details of this restaurant, even down to making sure that we've got covers on all the outdoor outlets. It's a city park, so you just never know any people using it. We put lights on this cover out here because every cottage up to this point, except for these last two, had lights. So we actually told our neighbors, like, hey, we put lights on your cottage, and we went ahead and put lights on there. This gorgeous flower box, this is gonna come to life before we're opening. Our poor babies are dead, but you know, they'll be all right. They'll be okay, don't worry. All throughout here, my mom and I worked on the landscaping really long, a lot of hard work. Mom and I, we worked really hard, really she did, to put in all these bricks. Every single brick that you see is hand laid by my mom, but they also had to be purchased. So I was the person who bought them and put them in here. So don't, it wasn't just her. Initially here, we actually had some boxwoods. Boxwoods are a pretty staple part of Lake Ella and the cottages here, but it was impeding on the entrance, and we wanted people to be able to just kind of walk straight in. And so getting rid of the boxwoods and creating an entrance was a pretty important change. With all the landscaping that we had, the first day I had to water plants, I was like, ugh! So we actually built out an irrigation system that channels all throughout there. I had to dig out underneath here, throughout here, and you'll see that every area that we've got plants at, there's irrigation. We don't use it often, it's okay. All this was work that my mom did. We actually have some lighting here as well. We got some landscape lighting for the sign. We got some wash wall lighting against the restaurant. But this sign right here, this sign has saved, it's done so much for me. I don't meet a lot of strangers in Tallahassee because of this sign. When I introduce myself, oh, you got that shop at Lake Ella. But also, it keeps everybody out because we got personal chef, cooking classes, catering. Don't know where it say restaurant, so people don't really know. It's ambiguous. A lot of questions. Are y'all open? Do y'all serve? How can I book you? It's like, don't worry, it's coming. Over here is the last little area of landscaping that we got. We kept the boxwoods to kind of keep a motif of like the old boxwoods from Lake Ella, but also this area will be nice where you'll be able to approach and kind of come up and see what the cooks are doing. So keeping that open kitchen feel, you got to make sure it's clean in there. But then you look and you're like, oh my God, Chef Leon's, you know. But we'll get there in a second. Don't worry, don't be peeking. Don't be peeking in there. And even down to the details of the granite. These cottages are rich in history too. This granite is from the 50s. They built these as hotels when they thought North Monroe was going to be one of the most popular streets. So very unique. No other buildings really have this kind of structure. They're gorgeous. Interior design gonna be the death of me, but I'm here to tell you all about it. So here's what we got. The restaurant, I'm a cook, I'm not like an interior designer. I had to become one as I became a restaurant owner. So I'm gonna tell you about what we have going on here. We just got new floors. They're gorgeous. They have this beautiful shine and a nice grip additive, but these floors are actually the palette for our entire restaurant. So we decided to use the golds, the grays, the whites, and accentuate them all throughout this restaurant. So you're gonna see a lot of that happening here. Right now we're in the process, so you got, you know, this gray / blue, you decide, color paint on the walls. We're gonna keep the white trim on this guy. These were left for us when we bought the restaurant. So you get a little, you know, shade there. The paint was a hard color. I mean, we were going against a disgusting yellow before, but I'm very happy with this. It makes it feel so much more comfortable. It's just like a life-saving decision. There's a lot of things in here that kind of fallen apart. Our baseboards here, you know, we got to make sure we get this spackled and flush before we put them in. We don't want no cracks, nothing coming in or being, you know, weird. Our bathrooms in restaurants, they gotta be clean. Bathrooms gotta be clean. I'm gonna say it again. Bathrooms gotta be clean. So we made sure, put a lot of love and attention into this bathroom. It's still in work, don't worry. It's coming across, but you know, still pulling the same themes. Dark floor, we get the gold accents here on the mirror. Even this little baby hutch is what we call it. We got the gold touches on this, and this hides all of that by putting little brass guys that we painted so that you don't see inside of there. You don't see all the nasties. On the top, the ceiling area, right now you get this disgusting, gross orange glow right here. These will be statement fixtures that'll be a lot more daylight, so you're gonna get a brighter white. These exit signs will be a translucent exit sign. They're necessary to the health department. And then in here, this is going to be, has to be show-stoppingly beautiful, because you open this door and this is your first contact with Leon's at Lake Ella. The menu and then your order system. So I'm sure you're wondering a lot of questions like, okay, well, this place is pretty small. Like, where are people gonna sit? Don't worry, we got all those answers. But we need to tell you what kind of restaurant this is. So fast casual, you order right here. You say, I'm gonna have the crab cakes and the she crab soup. You get a number and then you go sit. Then we bring it to you. And after we bring it to you, then at that point, is there anything else you need? Can we get you a refill on your drink? Can we get you any additional silverware? Do you need any extra condiments? No? Awesome, cool. From that point on, we just keep serving. Fast casual, that was a big decision. So in here, this area is kind of the one that's intimidating for me personally, just because so much has to go into it. We have to build electricity to have a POS system right here. We're getting custom built cabinets in this area. We're gonna get a gorgeous countertop for our POS system, and as well as getting home for our beautiful Coke machine over there. So kind of a lot happening in this area, but it's gonna come together gorgeous. So for seating, one of our biggest struggles with this place is size. We don't have a lot of space. We don't have, extended restaurant. I keep saying restaurant and then you see this and you're like, it's probably the smallest restaurant I've seen. Correct. But we do have a gorgeous lake in the back that we're gonna utilize for seating. And additionally, we just had to make sure that we had a kitchen that was the size that could accommodate whoever we needed, whatever we needed for anything. If we needed to do cooking classes, caterings, private dinners, then we needed more of a kitchen space. So that was kind of a tough decision because we sacrificed about 10 seats, but it was the right decision. All right, my favorite spot though, the kitchen. So in here, I had to have nice floors. Kitchens, and all the kitchens I've worked in, never had nice floors. I was always brushing concrete and it was like, I'm just moving dirty water around. But this guy right here, same thing, you get that nice little grip. You get a beautiful color that bounces light really well. So what was in here before just closed it in. It was like, ugh, they all hated working in here. So the color choice to me was the easiest thing in here. But getting nice floors was like, they're easy to clean. You can mop them up, super simple, and they'll last you forever. Some improvements that we had to make coming in here. This place still needed a little bit of love and care for the services we were gonna provide. So we got this new fancy dishwasher from Ecolab, a beautiful 3-compartment sink. This just life-changing right there. The dishwasher has made all my employees happy. One of the biggest selling points for this place though was the kitchen. The kitchen is equipped with the hood vent system, new equipment, and I could talk to you about all the changes that we're gonna make in the equipment that needs to run in order for a restaurant to run. But for right now, the services we provide, catering, the private dinners, the cooking classes, this is perfect for what we need. This table, I actually got this table because I was watching Binging with Babish videos. As a matter of fact, the lens that you're watching this video on now, this is kind of like a side note, but the lens that you're watching this video being shot on now is from the Binging with Babish series. So a lot of influence from Binging with Babish. But this will be used for all the events that we have going forward. And you get this gorgeous view. I mean, I haven't worked in a lot of kitchens that have windows. So to be able to have a view that's just open like this, what a blessing. What a blessing. In the future, to operate as a restaurant, we need a couple things, right? So obviously refrigeration in the form of the low boy refrigerators. But in terms of gas range stoves, we've got 4 burners. That's great. We have 1 oven. That's it. So if we wanted to kind of create and sustain high volume, which is what we're definitely anticipating, we need a bigger range. And so we have to work under the parameters of this hood vent system. Everything has to be within this hood vent system if it runs under gas. So making sure we're gonna sacrifice a little bit of this flat top for 2 more burners, but the burners are of the most importance, so is the oven. So these 2 will be the first to get upgraded. This guy's gonna get upgraded as well. And the biggest change I think that I had to make right when I got in here was expanding this kitchen. When I got in here, this area was all dining area. So it didn't make sense to me. It was like, if we only have a kitchen that is from this size on, it doesn't matter how many people we can seat, we can't feed them. We just don't have the capacity. So creating an additional kitchen area, whether it be for storage, whether it be for garde-manger, cold foods, whatever it is, it was an absolute necessity, but that was a difficult decision because it did compromise our dining space. But like for most things, I got a solution. So although we have a small dining space on the inside, we do have this gorgeous lakeside dining opportunity. Outdoor dining, huge priority here. So we want to emphasize and take in the beauty of the lake and put people right in front of it so they can enjoy a beautiful lunch, a dinner, whatever it may be. So a lot of work had to go in to make sure what we're doing doesn't impact the lake. Is there a sustainable trash infrastructure at the lake? Are our recycled goods going in the right places? Does the lake feel good? So we worked with the city of Tallahassee to do a lot of landscaping projects around the lake, and they have been adamant on bringing this place back to life. It's been gorgeous. My vision though is to have seats all throughout this area with umbrellas, even this area all throughout here. Like to be able to have this outdoor seating environment that just promotes good feeling, healthy, nutritious food. Oh my God, a dream of mine. So Lake Ella is very important to me. I think getting in here, I had to realize that it's not just about opening a restaurant. You're opening a restaurant at a historic spot in Tallahassee, in the middle of Tallahassee, that people love. So a restaurant is just a wonderful addition to it that you can't take lightly. So it felt a lot like Southern food. You know, you just can't cheat Southern food. You have to do it the right way. So this restaurant had to be done the right way so the lake stays beautiful, and so that you come here, you invoke emotion with Lake Ella, with the restaurant as well. So it was not just opening a restaurant, it was also opening a restaurant that could fit with the vibe of Lake Ella and give people what they want. So, you know, I've been listening a lot to the people of Tallahassee, and we're right there. So we have some small touches here though. We've got, you know, we did install this white marble here, this little granite, so it would pull tones from the wall here. These are two plants that actually were not supposed to, I thought I killed them, but they're stronger than I thought. So this pot here we painted, gorgeous pot, very, very Greek, with the cypress and flowers in, probably the happiest plant in the entire place. But we got this pot, it was actually a gift for us, $200 pot that was gifted to us. We have two of them now. But it was gifted to us when we got our second cottage. We got two cottages. I ain't told no one yet. But yeah, we got, it's right over there. Whoa. I don't want to show you. You can't see it yet. We got a second cottage, another business concept coming to that, and it's actually helping every decision that's being made at this restaurant. Super important. I am so thankful. But you're gonna see the inside of that one soon. Don't worry. We're also focusing strongly on takeout, you know, food to go, ordering, and there'll be systems around the lake where you can set up and just scan QR codes, boom, order, text, got it, it's done, cool. Come back to the lake and you can pick it up. And there may be a seat for you then.